What's up, folks? All my beautiful people out there. Don Bernard Jr. once again here doing another video. This is this video will be done for MarioSquad. He gave me a message about wanting my opinion on spiritual drugs. Spiritual drugs, quote unquote, being things such as ayahuasca, DMT, mushrooms, peyote, things of this nature. I do believe that a lot of these drugs can be used for your benefit into tapping into higher states of consciousness. But I do think for most of us, we need a guide. Just like in my last video, I talked about going to a specific channeler who could help you with the information of being able to process your past lives or other lives in different dimensions of time and space. Though that doesn't mean you can't yourself get that information. But many masters, along with Dr. Pillai, my teacher, will look for information or seek out seers and astrology readings for particular forms of information. I mean, all of us do that. We don't massage our own backs. Okay, we usually get a masseuse or a masseur to do that. So there's benefit for most of us, if not all of us, to seek certain people out for specific information. So with that said, back to these drugs or medicine, if you will, these different herbs that can activate higher levels of consciousness within us, if not for a short period of time. I do believe in them, whether it's mushrooms, whether it's ayahuasca, or the different herbs out there that can motivate or accelerate the spiritual process. But I do think that there should be some form of plan and action, meaning if you're dibbling and dabbling on your own, you have to have a very high consciousness to know what to do with that. Most people who do it, what I would say appropriately, come from a culture like in Peru, where you have the shamans and the medicine men, and they do ayahuasca, which they call from the divine, of the vine, from the divine, and they consider it the grandmother medicine, and it has an intelligence. So I have an experience with the ayahuasca that I thought some people would be interested in. I've done it only one time. The experience lasted for 6 hours. So I'm in this room with about 20 people, and I didn't really know what was going to happen. I didn't know what to expect. And so I'm in this room with these people, and I had a very dear friend of mine tell me about it, and she let me know, what was going on, and she was the one that invited me to this experience. But like I said, I had no idea what I was really in for. And so the thing with the medicine with ayahuasca is every time it's different. It's not always the same. Sometimes it's more just chilled and relaxed, depending on the group, because once again, it has an intelligence. It has its own consciousness. So it works in a way individually and collectively based upon what the group needs. Well, I guess this group really needed something powerful, because even the shaman himself was surprised at how strong it was. So he guided us through the different stages. He said there's 4 stages. And the first stage was crazy for me. Like, I think it was the fact that I didn't fully know what to expect, and I couldn't control it, because with a lot of these different type of powerful herbs, you have to go with the flow, learn to really just be in the moment and not try to control it or get too uptight, because then it can really shift on you in a negative way. So, so I'm in this group with all these people, and I start freaking out. Like, I feel like I'm about to have a nervous breakdown. I felt like I had like a mini nervous breakdown, and I was trying to hold it in, And after a while, I just got kind of crazy, and I just started kind of breathing hard and like freaking out, you know. And I don't know these people. I feel uncomfortable. And then there was a girl next to me. She put her hand in the middle of my back, and I could feel her healing energy at the heart chakra, soothing me, and that made me feel good because it made me feel accepted and kind of like this feeling of it's okay. And I started to feel just more of a nurturing, loving feeling around the room rather than like being judged for looking so stupid in the moment. But I was wigging out, okay? I was freaking out, and I said, I want to get out of here. So I got up. And the thing is, when you stand up, it's even worse. We were sitting down, you know, all in like Indian style position. But I got up and I went into the kitchen, and it just was like I was walking in quicksand. It was crazy, you know. And I was looking at my boots because it was wintertime. I'm looking at my boots, and I want to put my boots on and just get the heck out of there. But I knew there's no way. I thought to myself, there's no way I can get my boots on right now. There's no way I can drive home. So I came back to the circle. I went to the fireman who was taking care of the fire, and his face looked all kind of animated. And I'm talking with him, and through him, I'm starting to feel more relaxed. I'm just trying to get myself back down. And then the shaman pointed to me and said, sit back down. And part of me felt a little rebellious. I almost felt like a teacher that was talking to a student saying, all right, sit down, do this. But I also knew it was good for me. So I did. So I went back and I sat down. And then we went into the second wave. And the second wave was completely different. Everything came down. I felt completely at peace. It's just like where I reach in meditation, but may take me, at least at that time, like 40 minutes to reach that level of calmness. That which I can reach a lot quicker now. But at that time, it was just immensely beautiful. I mean, I was so at peace. I had no thoughts. I just felt bliss all throughout my body. And then I started to see colors. One of my dreads was in front of my hair, in front of my face. And I saw like a purple line by the dread. And I saw that as connected with the sixth chakra. The sixth chakra is indigo or purple. So I was seeing the sixth chakra. And then I looked down at my pants and I saw a ball of white light right in my lap. And so I said, wow, so I'm seeing auric colors now. And also then we went into the third wave. The third wave is healing, miracles. This is when you really ask for what you're seeking, whether it's a healing, you know, information on your career, relationship, manifestations. So I did that. And I started to get all kind of answers, all kind of beautiful, insightful. It was like all the doors had been lifted. All the veils of ignorance had been lifted. And I was just being flooded with all of this insightful information for my life. And it just was incredible. So the whole experience lasted 6 hours. I felt like it was a full year. It felt like a full year within 6 hours because it was just that much experience compacted in every moment. And we went on many journeys during that time. You know, for instance, he invoked certain stuff in us. So at one time he invoked the question for us to ask Mother Earth, where we come from. You know, why did the human come here? And so when asking why did the human come here, then I got a vision, very deep vision of being on a ship on the outside of the earth, looking at the earth. This very deep memory, cellular memory, I felt I was tapping into of a time where, you know, those beings that are part of our DNA, I was seeing from the outside. And the fascination, the excitement of coming to this planet. So, like I said, there was so much heavy, very deep, insightful information that, wow. That's all I can say. Wow, wow, wow. But once again, why didn't I fully have a nervous breakdown? Why didn't I fully freak out? It's because of, for one, the love of the people around me and the shaman who guided me to sit back down and join the party, the festivities, if you will. That's what really brought me back to a centered, relaxed space. And it was incredible. So once again, very similar to the message I said about reincarnation. But with this one, it's more serious. I say if you want to try the mushrooms or, ayahuasca, DMT, which they do in Australia, or any other kind of herbs people are telling you about, I really would suggest doing it with a shaman, because that's usually what you look for in these kind of experiences. You're looking for the most powerful, spiritual, in-depth, alternative, higher conscious experience you can have. That's what you're looking for when you do this kind of stuff. And who more can put you in that kind of space than someone who's experienced in that medicine, in that herb, so they can fully direct you to where you need to be. So that's how I feel about it. If you do it, so be it. But if you do it, seek guidance and enjoy the ride. All right. So I did decide that I will be on Ustream this Sunday. I'm going to do it at 3 o'clock, 3 p.m. For an hour. So from 3 to 4 p.m., I'll be on Ustream. You can find me. Actually, if you go to my website, donbernardjr.com, I'll have a link right there. You can find me on Ustream through my website. So just come to my website, donbernardjr.com, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday, this Sunday. So that's the 3rd. So October 3rd, 3 p.m. I'll be there at my website to speak about whatever subjects you want to bring up with me. I want to interact with some of you guys more live, since, YouTube is always pre-recorded. We can't speak in the moment to each other. So it gives us a chance to really connect in the now moment. So I look forward to that. Peace to you all. Have a blessed Friday and weekend, and hopefully I'll see you Sunday. Namaste.